A big focus story on the broadcast. A Pakistani terrorist has been caught alive in an operation in Udhampur in Jammu and Kashmir. Usman is 20 years old. He claims he's from Faisalabad in Pakistan, reportedly trained by Lashkar-e-Taiba in terror operations. He was launched about 12 days ago into India. He's a part of a bigger group. They came into Jammu. They were in hiding in Jammu. Late last night, they took over a Mahindra Jeep. They drove up. Their target was the Amarnath Yatra. They came about 20 kilometers north of Udhampur and they were there in hiding when a BSF convoy, and today was the day of the BSF convoy, when the first bus of the BSF convoy came, they opened fire at this BSF bus. 2 Jawans were killed. 1 alert Jawan from inside the bus opened fire immediately in retaliation. 1 Pakistani terrorist, Momin in his name, Momin was killed. The other terrorist fled. Let's listen into confessions of a terrorist.
जंगल से आए थोड़ी आया तू पाकिस्तान से कब का निकला है पाकिस्तान से
कितने दिन हुए 12 दिन कितने बंदे थे दो ही थे
नहीं
असली बात बताओ कितने थे
नहीं पकड़ना जो छोटे छोटे बच्चे हमारे यार उनका क्या कसूर था वो क्या करते हैं आप क्या दुश्मनी है हमारे से हिंदुस्तान से आपको क्या दुश्मनी है पैसे मिलते हैं आपको पे मिलती है सैलरी मिलती है तो क्यों जा रहा है अपनी जिंदगी बर्बाद करते हो आप हेलो अच्छा काम करने से मजा है
अच्छा काम करो दिहाड़ी लगाओ दिहाड़ी क्या लगाए मानना ही मानना है.
And joining me now on the broadcast is India Today's Shujaul Haq. He joins us live from Srinagar. We'll also be going to our guests. We have strategic affairs experts on the broadcast who will tell us what are the ramifications of a Pakistani terrorist being caught alive. I have Lieutenant General Shankar Prasad with me on the broadcast. I have Major General Ashok Mehta with me on the broadcast. But Shuja, coming to you first, initial interrogation of this Pakistani terrorist. What more do you have for us?
Well, Gaurav, as we speak, this particular person, the militant who is being subjected to sustained interrogation and questioning by the Jammu and Kashmir police and personnel of intelligence department in Jammu division. We're not revealing the exact location where he has been kept, but we've been told that a sustained interrogation is being carried out. From the initial investigation or the questioning, it is been said that his name is Usman Khan and he is saying that his age is 16 years old. The investigators are also saying that he has accepted that he has come from Pakistan. He has come here in last 10-12 days, and he's also saying that there were only 2 people who were assigned this job of carrying out this attack. It is, however, not clear where what is the route that they took. All that information would be put together when a detailed report will be made by those who are interrogating him. And let me tell you, there are specialists who have been put on job of interrogating him and questioning him to take out and squeeze out maximum information that they can.
Stay with me on the broadcast. General Shankar Prasad, General Ashok Mehta and General Malhotra also joins us on the broadcast. General Shankar Prasad, a Pakistani terrorist caught alive. It happened in 2008 during 26/11. It's happened once again now. What is it that National Security Advisor Ajit Doval should tell his counterpart in Pakistan, Sartaj Aziz, if they were to talk on the 23rd and 24th of August? What should India's message be?
If these 2 NSAs are going to meet and talk on the 23rd or 24th of August as it is slated, we should take all these terrorists and produce it before him and let them tell him in the presence of everybody who they are, who sent them here, where have they been hiding, what's their monthly salary and what all has been happening. Let the Pakistan NSA hear it firsthand from this man who's been caught today. We have got a couple of other people who are in jails in Kashmir, terrorists who have been caught earlier. Can we get them to Delhi and produce them before the NSA? There is no way this country of Pakistan is going to accept it. I have just seen recently on another channel, an admiral of Pakistan Army completely denies all of it, having seen this fellow's face on the television. The only way now to tell and embarrass them, if they do get embarrassed. These chaps can never be embarrassed. These chaps are, I don't know what are they made of, they just never get embarrassed. Produce this man in front of Mr. NSA of Pakistan and tell him, could you please ask him who he is, could you please ask him where he's come from and what is his mission, who sent him, what is his salary. Let him hear it all first hand, because he keeps saying there is no evidence, he keeps saying India doesn't provide us enough actionable evidence, we can't proceed in the courts. All of this now has to be produced directly in front of the NSA to show him, here is a man. Come on, you ask him in your own language.
Okay, some bits of information that are filtering in. This man's brother is a lecturer at the university in Faisalabad. He has two brothers, he has a sister. He lives in Faisalabad with his parents. One of his brothers is a lecturer. Now, Home Ministry sources are telling India Today that the captured terrorist name is Mohammad Naved, resident of Ghulam, Mohammadabad in Faisalabad, Pakistan. His father's name is Muhammad Yaqub. He has two brothers and one sister, and one of his brothers is a lecturer. General Ashok Mehta with me on the broadcast. General, smoking gun evidence once again against Pakistan. Will it yield to any information? Will it yield to any positive results?
Well, it's
unlikely that you'll get any result from this, but what has been suggested by Shankar, General Prasad, is worth trying. I have absolutely no doubt that the avuncular Mr. Sartaj Aziz will reject it out of hand. But I think there is a larger question here that needs to be addressed, because you know this I consider is routine stuff. And this routine stuff is only about presenting evidence to Pakistan. For the since Mumbai attack, that's what we've been doing. There is another element to our policy which has been missing, about which people are talking. People in government for the first time are talking about a response. You recall Defense Minister Parrikar talk about terrorists taking out terrorists? You recall Parrikar talk about how sorry he is that the deep assets have been removed? You recall National Security Advisor Ajit Doval say that, warning Pakistan that you do another Mumbai, you will lose Balochistan. And 2 days ago in Mumbai, he goes and speaks at a memorial lecture and says India needs a deterrent to prevent Pakistan from mounting these attacks on India, cross-border attacks on India. Now it's high time this government, which wants to portray itself as more muscular than the previous government, actually walks the talk.
Walk the talk. If it's a muscular government, that should be apparent. Maushmi Singh has been tracking developments in the Ministry of Home Affairs. She joins me on the broadcast. Maushmi, what more can you tell us about who this terrorist is? Tell us more about when was he launched, what his objective was.
Gaurav, the investigating agencies have made a major breakthrough, and they have been able to get some information out of this terrorist who has been captured. His name is Mohammad Naved. Mohammad Naved is his name, and his father, his name is Yaqub, and he belonged to Faisalabad. So here we have more details about him, that he had two brothers, one sister, and one of his brothers works in a university while the other brother runs a hosiery shop. So clear evidence, initial investigations have thrown light to the fact that he is from Pakistan, from Faisalabad, which is one of the major cities in Pakistan, just close to Lahore. And inputs do point out to the fact that they had infiltrated a month back and come back again to strike on Indian soil.
Oh, so they had access to India, that they were infiltrating, exfiltrating and coming in once again. Now, let's look at the bigger picture, General Malhotra. Now, there's an attack that takes place in Gurdaspur. There is heightened tension along the line of control south of Pir Panjal. There's a situation that is developing north of Pir Panjal with several Kashmiri boys going missing. There are reports some may have gone to Pakistan. If you join the dots, what emerges, sir? Jal Malhotra.
Saurabh, you must understand the larger picture, as you rightly said. Let me first cover the ground situation, and then we will talk about the why of it. And then we can discuss as to what India needs to do. What's happening is that in the valley itself, you made sure that people pelt stones, they bring out ISI's flags, etc., and it's in tumult. And in Jammu itself, you start infiltrating people and have these attacks. So what are you actually doing? You've escalated the area of contest from a place in Valley or South Kashmir. You've now covered the complete Kashmir. So what has happened? As far as security forces are concerned, the resources were initially in Kashmir, where they were wanting to control the situation. Having escalated it, now the same resource has to be spread thin, and therefore it gives you a tactical situation where your task of creating mayhem and terror becomes easier. So right from Gurdaspur up to the valley, you made sure that an error of possibility is occurred. So that is the tactical advantage that you are doing. Second, as you little while back spoke about the NSA dialogue, you will notice that the deep state in Pakistan will make sure that they will tell India that the actual authority isn't where they are talking, because you will notice that the NSAs are now saying that around 23rd, 24th August is the date when they are wanting to meet.
No, that's a very interesting point, General. That's a very interesting point you make, that the real power center perhaps is not Pakistan's NSA or not even Nawaz Sharif. General Shankar Prasad, is it then time for the Indian government to reach out to the Pakistan army, engage with them and hold them accountable, since they are the real power wielders in Pakistan? General Shankar Prasad.
Well, we heard something about it a few weeks ago. We heard that the DGs of the two BSF and the Rangers must meet. Thereafter, the two DGMOs could meet and bring matters to the fore on the table. Well, yes, there is no harm in the military to military talk as well. While on every Tuesday the DGMOs speak on telephone, that's a very routine matter. There should be a structured talk between the two DGMOs to put on the table the concerns of each other, and the concerns that India has today must be clearly listed and articulated by a DGMO in military format to the Pakistan DGMO. There is no point in saying, let's go and meet the chief. Before that, there is a worthwhile talk between the two DGs of the Rangers and the BSF, and then the next graduated step is that of the DGMOs.
And if Pakistan may agree to it on paper in UFA, why don't we see this action happening?
Pointed issues.
On ground, spot on. Hamza Amir joins us live from Islamabad. Hamza, you've been speaking to your sources both in the Pakistani deep state.
We captured a first terrorist alive.
I also want to bring in General Ashok Mehta into this conversation. General, the National Security Advisor Ajit Doval yesterday said that India has so far been punching below its weight. He says don't punch above your weight, but at least increase your weight and punch accordingly. Brave words, but in case talks achieve no result, Pakistan continues to foment terror and trouble for India. How should India respond to it?
Well, this government has been in power now for nearly 1.5 years, and this is what the NSA said yesterday or day before in Mumbai. Is not the first time he is articulating a proactive policy for India. Not just he. The defense minister has been talking about this. The home minister has been talking about this. The foreign secretary has talked about a disproportionate and forceful response at a time and place of our choosing.
Right.
Now, these four gentlemen belong to the same establishment.
Yes.
They must give some substance to what they are saying. Otherwise, the Pakistanis will laugh at us. They will laugh at us because they will know that this government is no different. So, as I believe something is in the works, this something is supposed to be covert, Yes. And if it is covert, why don't we give substance to this covert response? And
Yes.
I am sure the gentleman, the National Security Advisor, has experience of internal security and external security to the extent that no other individual has in this establishment. So, so what may be missing is political will. If there is political will, we should see something, not tomorrow, not day after,
Yes.
but as the Foreign Secretary said, at a time and place of our choosing.
Yes.
We have to hurt Pakistan, we have to hurt the people in Pakistan who are perpetrating this menace.
Yes.
We have to hurt the deep state, we have to hurt these tanzeems sitting in Faisalabad. And I'm sure, as Manohar Parrikar said, terrorists can be used to take out terrorists.
Good point. India needs to ensure Pakistan feels the pain. General Malhotra, is that the way forward? Pakistan should feel the pain that it's inflicting on India. How it's done, is best left to the state to decide.
You see, what our problem is that today you palmed off this responsibility or capability of causing hurt elsewhere to the intelligence agencies. Now, unless we have a structure which has the hard, soft power and the intelligence agencies together, there is no way that you will be able to do anything. Compare with any other nation which has this capability, and mind you, China has it, Pakistan has it,
Yes.
and of course the big countries have it. India is the only country which does not have this asymmetric capability, and we go by the great hope that the intelligence agency or the RNAW will deliver it. So if that happens, we have a major problem. Unless we actually have a structure which delivers, you can't be working on just mere hope. We are talking about hitting him or doing something. Even if we were able to manage a one-off incident somewhere and sort of claim credit for it, that because you did this, we were retaliated. That's not the way that we have to answer Pakistan.
Hamza Amir joins us from Islamabad. Hamza, how is the Pakistani state responding to this?
That will be a deterrent. And it is that.
I'll get to Hamza in a moment. General Shankar Prasad, closing comments to you. Is hurting Pakistan the only way forward?
How many times do we have to answer this question? This question has been answered a million times. Unless we hurt Pakistan, unless we take this activity into Pakistan, it will never fructify, it will show no results. Every fellow, every leader who comes makes the same announcement. I can't understand. But yes, one thing I must admit, that yesterday for the first time, a person of the stature of National Security Advisor has said that we have been punching below our weight. Now let us begin to punch. Let me see some punching. How much are we going to talk about? I have spoken it about for years and years, and with you as well, that we should respond. Arey Baba, what respond? Home Minister says, I will give a befitting reply. The other day after Gurdaspur, he said, I will give a befitting reply if they do it again. What's he doing it today after today's incident? Is there something to be done? I'm not saying you do it tomorrow, today or day after. I'm saying, can we see something happening? The whole nation is completely at a loss to understand. Nothing seems to be happening except talking and talking.
Well, more talking heads on the broadcast. We have Minister of State for Home Kiran Rijiju and Minister of State in the Prime Minister's office Jitendra Singh, both saying that this is Pakistan-sponsored terror and Pakistan will
with us the MP from Udhampur, Dr. Jitendra Singh, also the MOSPMO. Sir, how concerned are you about relative increase in militancy, infiltration bids and now terror attack in your constituency?
No, certainly this an incident like this keeps us concerned and also worried, particularly as you said, being an elected representative. I also hold the responsibility of taking care of the security and the other concerns of the people in my constituency. Incidentally, I have been in Manipur because of the flood ravage caused over here, and we were travelling along the Myanmar border and the Jandale district when this news arrived. I have been in constant touch with the district administration, the Deputy Commissioner of Udhampur, Shahid Iqbal. And
so the cause of concern is also the Amarnath Yatra, which is currently going on in Jammu and Kashmir. How is the security being beefed up, considering that there have been continuous intelligence inputs regarding militancy surge, infiltration bid? What is the message that Pakistan is trying to send?
No, we have been in consultation with the Ministry of Home Affairs officials, and we've been assured that the authorities are equipped enough to deal with a situation like this. But having said that, I would agree with you to a great extent that an incident like this certainly has the potential of causing panic among the travellers on the Amarnath Yatra route, because this incident has taken place at a place called Samroli, which is not very far from Udhampur, Chennai, and this is exactly on the highway, national highway, which is part of the route by which the Amarnath
but sir, post UFA talks, we've seen BJP doing a very tough posturing during elections in the 1 year of Modi government, and now what has really changed? Post UFA, we haven't seen really the government really hitting out at Pakistan, but the terror attacks continue from there.
No, it's not my brief to take a call on that. I'm sure the External Affairs Ministry would respond in the manner they deem fit. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure the government, both at the centre as well as in the state of Jammu and Kashmir, is equipped enough.
Adequate response is being given to militants?
Certainly. I'll tell you, for the first time in many years, because this constituency has a long international border and it's being represented by me. When you travel there, you realize the people living on the border areas say that for the first time in many years, they realize that a befitting response is being given from the Indian side, which was not seen earlier. And that is what has kept the morale of the people living in these areas at a very high level.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. Dr. Jitendra Singh speaking to us.
So Pakistan sends another Kassab. What should India's response be? That is a big focus story on the other side of a short break. Should India stop the talk games? Call us at 0120-480-7310 at 5:30. Should India stop talks with Pakistan till terror continues?